Well, it's not. No one's asked them. You can't just assume that they don't want it. I said, put it to a democratic ballot and ask them what their view is. That doesn't seem enormously controversial.
Peter.
I'm sure the Minister will correct me if I have any of this wrong. It's been a while since I've looked at this dispute. But the first thing we have to recognise in all these pay disputes is to ask the question, who's doing the pushing? Whose conditions have been changed by whom? And everybody in this country who's at work and paid at the moment is being pushed by inflation and a rising cost of living. The wages which they had 2 years ago are not the wages they have now. They're worth considerably less. And under those circumstances, people who have the power to try and get back some of what they've lost from inflation can be expected to do so, and the railwaymen are among us. I wish the Minister would stop referring to train drivers and what they're paid. Obviously, they are part of the dispute, but most of the people who are taking part in it are not train drivers, and they aren't paid anything like that. And it's silly of him to keep saying that, because it muddies the waters. I don't know how best you can compromise. My own view of British governments and the railways has been for many years that it's the government which causes far more disruption to my twice daily travel on the trains than any union has ever done. The failure to maintain the ludicrous experiment of privatisation, which largely wrecked the railways, the constant track circuit failures, signal failures, and other things, which and currently I can't even get to work properly because a bridge has collapsed on my way to work. This is not a well-run, seriously invested service, and it's not taken seriously by the government, which runs a Ministry for Roads with railways tacked on. But I am not convinced that all justice in this is on the side of the government and the employers. And one of the reasons I'm not convinced of it is because people like the Minister keep saying it's all about train drivers when it so patently isn't. People are facing, as I understand it, the actual compulsory loss of jobs in some.
No, they're not. No, that's
well,
not
nobody
true.
at all.
That's not true.
That's gone completely.
There's no requirement for compulsory.
There's no compulsory loss.
But one of the things that's been offered by the employers is no compulsory redundancies.
And that's
when the union has said that there are going to be lots of job loss, that's simply not true.
So we're not going to see, for instance, as I'm told, lots of ticket office staff disappearing in the coming years.
No, the whole point about...
So 5 years from now, when I go to my local station, it'll be the same ticket office staff as right now.
No, the whole point about the ticket office staff is that only 12% of people buy tickets now from ticket offices.
So hang on, so...
We want the ticket office staff out of the ticket offices in the stations, properly able to support passengers.
But still have jobs, is that what you're saying?
Yes, but they just won't be sat in a ticket office not selling tickets to people. Most tickets are now sold online or from machines. People do not buy tickets from ticket offices. It's not how people do it anymore.
Well, you're looking at someone who bought a ticket this morning at a ticket office.
But you're one of the 12%, Peter.
I mean,
90%.
lots of people.
No, most people do not.
Lots of people prefer it, but it's part of the issue. But I think that if you would just perhaps have been more concerned about running and creating and maintaining a decent railway service for the past 50 years, instead of trying to privatise it and shut it down and squeeze it in favour of roads, then I might take more seriously your concern for railway passengers. At the moment, I'm a little doubtful.
OK. Let's take another question. From Mick Murphy. Where are you?